bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Los Angeles Rams.
Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. They're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. On the counter, this is Akers. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Akers. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Here's a run with Akers on second down. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into the... Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
4 yards.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They go play action here on first down. This is caught. And so close. He gets it to the one. Out of bounds right there. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. They'll look to run with Akers. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams are going to take a first quarter lead. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here first and 10 at their own 18. Miles Sanders first carry of the game. And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
Miles Sanders, the ball.
Give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On second down now, it's Sanders. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
He brought him down.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
And it brings up third down.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. First and 10, it's Sanders. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. So they lost yardage, and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on first and 10. They'll run here with Akers. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On second down, Akers. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 21. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
To throw now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
From the 21, it's second and 10. Inside the 10 to the 7. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Well, he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Second and goal from the 1. Again, it'll be Akers. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. Extra point safely through. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now a carry for Sanders, and he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Nothing the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Eagles nothing.
Play fake. Here's Hurts. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything is working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. That one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up third down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as well.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Called out a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Sanders. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. From the gun, it's Hurts. Going deep here for Watkins. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run this with Akers. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down in a nice little gain.
He's brought down.
So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big conversion there for the Rams on 3rd down. 43 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Akers. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. His throw caught at the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Michael Thomas, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score Rams 21, Eagles nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Hurts to throw. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Aaron Donald able to record his 5th sack of the season.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Throwing is Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3, now here's 2nd and 7. They'll toss this right side to Cam Akers. And he's going to be taken down with the marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent game, all for naught for the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On the ground, it's Akers. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that,
I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. And the Rams are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The 9-yard line.
They'll run here with Akers. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
They'll throw now on the final play. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
17-yard line.
Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Sanders. He's got a 1st down past the 30 and all the way up to the 35-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Sanders on 1st down, not finding much of anything there, as he might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Hurts. Going deep here for Watkins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by David Long. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. On first down, they'll start out with Akers. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the
If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He holds it in. Touchdown, Alabama! Big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead.
This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half is getting this done. It's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Oh, a mistake there. The kickoff out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here first and 10 at the 41-yard line. He'll start with a handoff to Sanders.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Second down, here's Hurts.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver.
Third down here.
And the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They go play action with Hurts.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Now a run with Akers.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
He was brought down by Jones.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On second down now, Akers. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 15 yards on the play, first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence confidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. That catch good for only a couple.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on.
Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. 20. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
2nd and a yard at the Rams' 10-yard line.
Another run here with Sanders. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
They're going to look to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
You add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Giving up a lot of points in this game, but looked better on that play. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. On the handoff, it's Akers. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And down to the 28-yard line. That one good for 33 to first. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the give, this is Akers. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
On 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21.
They're on the 21-yard line.
The Eagles Bengals offense set to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Another run with Sanders. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Brings up third down.
There, they forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll drop to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by David Long. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because
Akers, he cooks it. And it's picked up by the Eagles. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. A gain of 3, second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Ball at a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
At the 14-yard line. A gain of 3 yards. It's now 4th down.
So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down.
1-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28.
31.
Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
At their own 24-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They'll go again here with Akers. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Here's Akers. They try and run. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This is a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And his kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Offense set to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Sanders. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Down at the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 6, and it's 3rd down. Today's final.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them in just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Los Angeles, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.